So, you all have received your missive from Vitus Claudius Valerius regarding your imminent shipping out, but for the time being, you have the previous night to prepare. So, any last minute things you need to do at the Academy before you ship out, you guys can get settled now.
So it's been about a week, right?
Yeah, about 6 days.
I guess I would have spent, the past week helping Marcus practice being cavalry. The night before, I probably wouldn't sleep that much. I just basically stay up, like polishing all my weapons and stuff.
Yeah. Well, funny you should say that, because as you're kind of rubbing down the blade to kind of get the grind off and everything, you are kind of stirred by something outside your window that you are working.
I'm gonna go to the window. Am I on like the second floor or something?
Yeah.
Or okay.
So you go and you kind of you go and you look out, and you can see out there, looking in your direction, kind of not exactly shrouded by the tree line, but kind of set in the shade of the moon and everything else, is a very broad, brusque humanoid figure that is at first kind of crouched downwards, and then it rises to 2 feet, looks up to you, and then kind of retreats into the tree line.
Can I make out any sort of details about it?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. I think that's enough.
Yeah. So, as far as you can tell from this distance, you were looking at some kind of animal or bear, but obviously that becomes a little confusing because it was just standing on its hind legs and walking away with relative competence, more so than a non-bipedal animal would.
Oh, it's a werebear.
Weird.
No, it's probably nothing. You should forget about it and not investigate.
Are you going to investigate it any further?
How late is it?
It's about the stroke of midnight.
The last time I investigated something spooky in the middle of the night went all right, so yeah, I think I'll follow the bear.
Sure. So you head outside, and you're walking out into the tree line, and you're, by virtue of how long you've lived at this school, you think that you know this path a lot better than you do, but the tree lines sort of feel as if they're growing and shifting. The moon's light starts to kind of fade behind you as more tree covering starts out behind you, until you eventually reach this forest clearing that, even though you swear you are 100% awake, there's a dreamlike atmosphere to everything, as the light around you kind of starts to tinge and shift into these purples and other cool colors. The figure on the end of it, you can see now, looks to be a sort of black bear. It's got very ruddy fur and is looking up to you, but the pupils of it, rather than being kind of these black pupilless things that you would normally see on a bear, are much more. They've got whites to the eyes with proper pupils in the center of them, rather than just all sclera.
Hello?
And as you say that, the bear goes up on hind legs, and as it does this, the form shifts of it from that of a bear to that of a more humanoid man, very rugged, covered in a lot of hair in a lot of places, scars dotting his body all over. And something you would notice in particular is the tattoos that you have on your body. He has ones that are very similar to yours, kind of running all throughout in differing patterns, but of the same sort of origin. But you can see that the the bear part of the head. So imagine the chin of the bear when he lifts upwards, grows and turns into his humanoid face, but you can still see kind of the bear part of the head out on the top in a bizarre fusion of each other. The figure looks to you and says, "You felt it, haven't you? Something awoke in you recently."
I don't know.
You felt it, didn't you? Something burning inside you that's been smoldering for far too long.
I'm not sure.
Are you not sure? Or are you scared to admit it?
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm here because you're at the crossroads, child. Don't get too comfortable with your life here. With your life amongst all these who steal you away from your nest to try and make you into something you're not.
Do you know where I come from?
I know where all my children come from the bark of the trees, from the salt of the earth. They come from everything. They're born in battle, forged in flame. And what they did to you is unforgivable. Stealing you away, turning you into this. As he kind of rants at you, you can see him get even larger, and his features start to kind of vanish. The parts of him that were scarred start to open up, and you can see blood start to leak out. But then the blood stops, and they all open up in just this random array of eyes in bright reds that are kind of opening up on him. You ask who I am, child. I am father to all, Kel. I am Ursus Dagda, and I would have you return to where you belong.
I'm just standing there with my mouth wide open. I just don't know what to say.
You would do it well to remember where you came from. If not, that beast inside you will consume you eventually. Consume your friends, as you call them. It is of no concern to me. If you turn your back on the Kel, your fate is your own. And before you can even respond, he just walks back into the tree lines and disappears.
Well, I'm definitely not sleeping tonight.
I was as clear as mud. Don't you love it when things are explained clearly?
Well, listen, if I explained everything in this campaign as soon as it happened, there really wouldn't be any mysteries now, would there?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, gosh. Anyways, yeah. You are left alone. I'm gonna assume you return to your room to have some nice sleepy time.
Time for the big sleep.
She just said she couldn't sleep.
Yeah, more just lying awake in bed, but yeah.
Big sleepy.
Did in the time frame before you leave, did those plants that Professor Scaver ask guys to look after come in?
Yeah. So basically, the day before, you would be able to plant them and get them along their way.
Nice. Real plant hours, boys.
Yeah, the plants are all planted and set in. You give them their first inaugural watering, and they are all set and ready.
Nice.
He has to use his pee.
Then, yeah, aside from that, Gaius would have just spent the 6 days just going to classes, meditating, doing his fucking monk practice thing with the stick. Whatever it's called.
I believe it's literally called monkey staff in actual Shaolin monking. So,
Monkey staff.
yeah.
Monkey.
Well, also, it is literally like Wukong staff because it extends.
You can't escape the sins of your past now. You're a monkey now.
Oh no.
Expand shaft.
I mean, yeah, it literally expands because it's a magic item called the Pole of Collapsing.
Oh shit. Expand.
Oh my god, just like expand on.
Like it can expand into up to a 10-foot pole, down into a 1-foot long pole or rod.
Isn't that like how tall is your character?
No, out it can expand to 10 feet, though it can it's not like binary to that length.
So the next morning rolls over. All of you are being basically ushered out by a couple of, not like teachers, but like regular staff, like the maintenance and custodial people, to kind of make sure you guys are all ready to ship out.
Oh, so ready. So ready to go kill people. Yeah. Love that.
Slay the
Gotta
heretics.
go kill those. What was the word that the fucking...
Beast bonders.
Yeah, gotta go kill those damn dirty beast bonders.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I love, it's killing people. You know.
I don't know how to tell you this, but at a martial academy, they do teach you how to kill people. That is what war is about.
I mean, so we've been taught how to do it. Would any of us have actually killed anyone before?
Have you?
Well, I mean,
Probably not.
would we have had an opportunity?
I mean,
to,
Lyra
is what I'm
hasn't.
asking, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been...
I mean, there's the possibility
Yeah.
that, Christmas could have murdered and ate someone before he showed up, but
Rude,
Classic
but true.
Christmas.
Yeah, they let you use prisoners of war as target practice at this academy.
No, it's you guys have had minor engagements with like bandits and stuff, which is basically like low-level practice stuff. This is obviously a bit more of a tier above because you're dealing with actual insurgents against the Empire, not petty criminals.
How is there still bandits in like the heart of the Empire? Pretty shitty security, to be honest.
Well, the Rhyme Wreath is the so if you look on the map, the edge of Helios where it gets all like icy and stuff, that's the Rhyme Wreath, because that is why it would be called that. Rhyme is a fancy
I
word for
see.
frost.
I know what rhyme is.
Anyways, so all of you are gathered out. You are a couple of the professors, not all, are kind of there to see you off, and standing with them is Claudius, who, instead of his normal legatus uniform of the armor with the Viper-themed pauldrons, is in slightly more dressed-down casual wear, not like a full-on toga, but more civilian-type clothing. Well, you all received, essentially, all that we know about the missive, in the missive that I sent you all, so I don't imagine there's much room for doubt otherwise,
Doubt about what?
as to what you're doing.
Oh no, it was pretty clear.
Any more final things you have to ask, or are we allowed to ship you all out and imagine to see you all weeks' time?
No, I think we're pretty good this time.
Are there any maps of the area?
Ah, right. How could I forget? He snaps his fingers, and one of the other teachers gives him a rolled-up parchment that he unfurls out for you and kind of stretches out to show you. And he traces his finger along and says, "So, it's mostly going to be a straight path for all of you, luckily for you. Right here in the Rhyme Wreath," he kind of circles outwards a general area. "Right here is where we've had their most reported activities. Apparently, their camp functions mostly the same way that we have our cities. They store leadership and their supplies in the center, and then outwards have several rings that are meant to deter invaders. This means that you'll have separating engagements along with all of them, but of course, nothing that is any match for all of you." He rolls it back up.
100%.
He rolls it back up and ties it back with a bit of twine before he hands it over to you guys, and then he looks to Christmas and says, "You know, I didn't have the opportunity before to ask you properly." He kind of gets down on a knee to be at eye level with you and says, "Now, young man, where do you hail from exactly?"
I'm a traveler. Gathering stones never carry moss. I go everywhere.
"Rolling stones" is the phrase.
Gathering stone.
Ha ha ha.
That's not what I asked you. I don't ask that I... Where are you from originally? were you born?
I can't tell you. I'm not very certain myself.
I thought I was gonna go another direction.
No, Christmas respects authority. He knows what's up.
This.
How's about you answer me a separate question then? This one I'm sure that you have the utmost faculty to answer. Now, I was reading over your files. I understand that you're of the more arcane persuasion, as opposed to some of your other students here. But where do your abilities come from? Is it a bloodline sort of thing? Do you gain your powers from study? It was very ambiguous.
Study, like you said, I'm actually very learned. I've studied tomes and scrolls and the like.
I see. Could I see your spell book then?
Come again?
Well, that is how, of course, arcane casters are able to memorize their spells and use them. If I could get a look at your spellbook so I understand the
Why is he only asking this now?
fellow I'm speaking
Well, the thing is, it's quite old. I only really bring it out in like, since it's like very seasoned. It's actually my father's, and since it's like old, I still had to transfer the pages to a newer model. So I at this point I can't really like pull it out to show you, for fear of destroying history and tradition.
This is such a shitty lie. You should have just said it's like tattooed on your body or something.
Well, then you don't want to see my body.
Yeah, well then you could have just said, no, I can't show you my body, it's my religion or something.
Well,
My soft, shitty
in
body.
that case, would you be ever so kind to tell me anything you know about your father then? I thought you said that you don't know where you come from, but if you know anything
Well,
about your
I know
father,
my father,
let you
and
his keepsake.
we're a nomadic group. His father traveled the lands, and his father traveled the lands. We never had a home, so to speak. My father was a mage crafter from
What now? The fuck is a mage crafter?
See, this is just even better because Waffles doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, shut up! I'm literally looking at the map right now.
Wasn't it Blackhold you said your family was from?
Some of my family was from Blackwold. You didn't hear me correctly. But we've traveled, the Kingdom of Kin, up to Shimmer, Alahir, Faerun, stuff like that. And then to get a better education and edify, the one true God, they decided to have me come here to the Empire and into the Academy.
Why is he only being asked this now?
If that's the case, do you mind telling me why we've never had any correspondence with your parents?
They're, like I said, they're nomadic. I tell you the truth, I probably can't find them.
Oh, I believe you me, I could locate them if need be. It's a very simple spell. I mean, have you never heard of scrying?
You know what? That's a different spell than I'm used to. Scrying, you say? That's interesting.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, looks you in the eye, and he just lets the tension sit for a moment as the faintest of smiles grows on his face, and he says, Christmas, was it?
Present.
Best of luck on your first mission.
Thank you, sir.
He pats your shoulder and stands back up and says, well, no time to waste. All of you head off now.
Are we loading into like carriages or?
Yeah, how are we getting there?
yeah, you guys basically have a carriage for yourselves for long range supplies. That one of the horses they would just let be Jeremiah's, and the other one would just be one of the other ones from the stables.
Meragias.
Say what? Oh yeah, I thought you were. I don't know what I thought you were doing there.
This. Do you think I just dropped some sort of like obscure racial slur just for the heck of it?
I thought you spoke in runes to me to curse my bloodline.
As they're loading into the carriages, Gaius is just gonna like clap Christmas on the back and go, "I think we know who the Legatus' new favorite is."
Oh my god, I have never been so scared in my life.
Maybe you should be better at lying then, idiot.
I am like, look. Some things have to be obfuscated for safety reasons.
Why didn't you say that you were a sorcerer?
Fuck.
Why?
Wait. Well, okay, you're not saying that in character, right?
No, I'm saying that in character.
You don't know that he's not a sorcerer, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're saying that in the earnest sense. Okay, yeah.
But like, Chris is mumbling to himself. Fuck, I didn't think of that. I am a sorcerer.
Oh really? That's so cool. What kind of bloodline are you from?
Gaius is just gonna pat Christmas on the back and then just go, there. I'm sure it's stressful interacting with the Legati.
Guys,
Any number of perfectly normal memories and stuff to know are bound to be fleeting under such a stressful situation.
Guys, can you stop patting me on the back? Your hands are like really huge.
My hands are perfectly normal sized.
But like my tiny body cannot handle it. Please stop.
The better to punch people with.
I know. That's worse.
Are you patting on the back with your astral hand?
No, normal hand. After all, I'm sure Christmas wouldn't purposely lie to the Legati, would you, Christmas?
No, of course not. Why would I do? I love the Legati and this empire that I'm so indebted to religiously.
I don't want to imply anything, but you don't sound very sincere.
Yeah, surely you wouldn't be a heretic, right?
That's just the accent.
The accent of the place that you don't know where you're from.
No, I picked up multiple accents on my travels, so like it's like a
Oh my god, that's so cool.
a hodgepodge of like a bunch of stuff.
Oh. What kind of accents can you do?
I can do a Scottish accent.
Scotland? That sounds... Where's Scotland?
I like how that's Waffles and Christmas lying at the same time.
So the whole journey I'm gonna be singing the Gets on Your Nerves song.
I'm just gonna be staring at you, like...
The more you stare, the louder I sing.
Please, I haven't slept all night.
So what happened, Beatrix? You couldn't fall asleep? Thought about murder somebody?
It's a very specific question.
Well, dude, that is so rude. Like everybody's been asking Christmas specific questions.
I know, but like saying, "Oh, you worried about murder?" Like, whoa, that's a.
We're in a martial academy. What else are you gonna think of?
I mean, they don't call it murder; they call it warfare.
Potato.
I mean, murder is murder is murder. That's because they're pussies and they can't accept the fact they're murderers, you know?
But what kept you up, Beatrix?
Just thinking about stuff,
Thinking about dick.
Well, I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to rest on the journey.
Should be said, this entire time Matilda's been walking along the.
Oh yeah, you ready for this adventure, Matilda?
Oh fuck, Matilda's here too?
About as ready as I can be considered to be.
You gotta be louder, girl. I didn't even notice you walking with us.
I don't really like to make myself known unless necessary. So you all march outwards, and basically the further you get out from the center of Helios, the more the cold wind starts to pick up until you finally reach the Rime Wreath itself, where there's just this miles-long stretch of ice and snow that kind of almost down a line exactly separates the mainland of Helios from the rest of it. The Summerlands are basically far behind you right now, and stretching out in front of you is forests of evergreens and snow and ice, and in the distance you can see, barely peeking out of the treetops, the smoke of a couple of campfires going, the surefire sign that you are approaching closer and closer to this beast bonder encampment.
Lovely.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for any sort of... So, would I know what sort of animals they use?
So, it really... There's no, like, specific thing for it. It basically comes down to what has the ranger themselves, like, bonded with. So, like, some will do, like, the traditional wolves or eagles and stuff like that. Others will deal with larger animals. Like, it could be anything, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. Am I seeing any sort of animals that could, like, that aren't behaving totally naturally, I guess, around us?
Make a perception check.
I'll also make a perception check.
My passive perception is 16. But 20.
Alright. So overhead, you all look and you can see circling kind of overhead. At first you think they're just regular kind of birds of prey out in this region, but you see and realize they are way too large to be a regular eagle or anything like that. You realize you are looking at two griffins in kind of concentric circles, surveying the area before they both fly down a ways ahead of you and land somewhere in the forest.
Oh wow, griffins. You don't see those very often.
Well, there's the element of surprise.
Oh, you think that's the beast bonders?
Did they land in the forest, or where the smoke is coming from? Like...
Not where the smoke is coming from, but in that direction in the forest. So the smoke is like way further out, and they landed like within walking distance from you guys.
If we hurry, we might be able to head them off before they can get a message back to their camp.
I mean, maybe they're telepathically bonded, in which case they already know.
I mean, do you want to take that risk? That they're not?
Maybe they already know we're here. I mean, they were circling above us for quite some time.
Yeah, they've probably seen us.
Just because the scouts know doesn't mean the whole camp does.
No, I think we should just go home. Mission's blown, guys.
Fair point. Let's see if we can't run them down.
True. Should we attack before they attack?
Yeah, let's see if we can't run these scouts down. If nothing else, we might be able to, take them hostage. Try and discern some information from them.
What, from the griffins? You want to take the griffins hostage?
Oh yeah, right. No, look, I forgot how beast bonders I forgot how rangers worked. Okay. Well, maybe they landed to meet with their Bondi master.
Are we electing like a leader, like a commander for this mission?
I nominate Beatrix. She got her shit together.
She also has a horse.
You trust everybody with a horse.
I second that.
I third that.
Yeah, you're in charge, Beatrix. Our deaths are on your hands.
Okay.
Don't worry, Beatrix. I promise to only haunt you for a little bit.
Viola grins at Beatrix with a great big smile.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on Jeremias.
Together? I'm not sure. Group. Okay, that's what it is. To front. No, that's Jeremiah's. To front. Okay. And group. There. So they should be together. Okay. So
who wants to ride with me? I would suggest one of the casters.
I'll go.
Okay. So you can get on the back.
I think you should have. I think you should have like a little carrying pouch on your horse, especially for the halflings.
Yeah, Chris is just in a bitch seat.
It's like a papoose, but on the horse for halflings.
So you make it through a clearing where there's a couple of felled trees and kind of ridges of permafrost and ice jutting up out of the ground, where the two griffins are being kind of tended to on either sides of this. There's some more grizzled-looking soldier type. You can tell this guy looks like he's ex-Apollon military, as he has kind of scraps of armor that used to wear the Apollon symbol on them. They've kind of faded and gotten buffed out over time. And
I'm gonna hide in that bush.
Viola will like call out to them, saying like, "Hey,
Don't do that.
we just want a word."
That's convincing.
We obviously don't just want a word. You're an idiot.
They don't know that.
Yes, they do.
he stops what he's doing, and both the griffins kind of instinctively step forward. You know when like a dog, when you go to a house for the first time, like the dog gets like kind of standoffish with you and is just kind of moving towards you but not doing anything, kind of sizing you up. It's like that as the soldier, the beastwander, moves ahead of them and says, "Alright, you kids, this ain't any place for you to be here. Turn back now."
Aren't we wearing Apollon military fatigues?
I mean, I'd be in my armor.
We're dressed as Apollon soldiers, aren't we?
I don't see what we wouldn't.
Guys is in his toga.
You're also still visibly very young.
I mean, I've got a visor down.
But we're child soldiers.
Yeah, we're child soldiers. It's cool.
Gaius, all 5'11" of him, is going to step forward and just yell out, "Stand down, Beast Bonder. We are here to stop your attacks against the local towns. If you surrender, we might be inclined to take you alive."
Right. They're sending kids now to deal with us. I don't know if I should be ashamed of us or the Apollon military for falling so hard on their morals.
Do both. Both sounds good.
Hey, we can handle this. Shut up.
Please just make this easy.
We're not just simple children. We are graduates of the Helios Marital Academy.
Marital Academy? You mean Marshall?
You know, Marshall, that's the one.
Yeah, they trained us to get married real good. Now
Shut up.
stand down and we'll marry you.
Me no word good, shut up. No bully.
Better watch out, Beast Bonder. I'm gonna be your wife.
Looks like you're all a little too brainwashed for the Empire to understand that it's not a good idea to come into this encampment, so let's not say I didn't warn you. And with that, the griffins both kind of sidestep and flutter to get in position, and he is going to draw his swords. Okay, so initiative.
Gee, Billy, how come your mum let you have 2 swords?
Hey,
Fucks like a
21.
champion.
Okay, so for some reason it's the token that I have selected as Jeremias. That should be me.
Probably because, yeah, I'll just...
You're Jeremias now.
Well, I mean, Jeremiah goes on your turn, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's the same turn, it's just...
Maybe we should just ungroup these tokens and not do this.
Oh, sick, I'm so fast.
Oh, fuck, you would be... Damn, I can't believe I got a fucking natural 20 and you still go first in initiative, you fucking dexterous bitch.
Aren't you a monk?
Oh, yeah, you don't... Yeah, but he's pumped into wisdom because he's astral.
Yeah, because the astral alarms go off wisdom, not dex.
Yeah, but your AC goes off dex.
It also goes off wisdom.
Your dex saves go off dex.
Yeah, well, you know.
Alright, Lyra.
Okay, now do I cast haste on Beatrix or the horse?
Don't cast haste yet.
Oh, well, okay. What should I do then?
I don't know, blast him with cantrips.
You're the boss. Okay, I'm going to... Motherfucking... Oh, I got some shit cantrips. I'm going to cast Firebolt at one of the griffins.
Alright, go ahead. Which griffin are you attacking?
The one closest to me. The top one.
Okay. Alright, roll a spell attack.
Cool. Cool. 11.
That does not hit.
Sorry, guys, I'm not very good at shooting.
Alright, you gonna do anything else on your turn?
How do I
can't
shot
do anything
spell?
else.
You can move.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide in this bush because it's safe.
Okay.
What?
No,
Let's charge into
this-
combat? I'll just die.
Anyways,
No, don't come towards me. Go away.
6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, I don't want them to group up. 6. Okay. Yeah. They actually were not close enough to move all the way. Alright, guys.
Alright. Doop. Yeah, fuck it. Guy's gonna pop the astral arms and fucking
Ooh, there's
get
the arms.
his punch on.
Classic Gaius with the arms.
Really annoying that activating them is a fucking bonus action.
Well, it's mainly because later on down the line, you get bonuses the more up you get, because you get, like, armor bonuses and other shit.
22, 21.
Yeah, those both hit.
11 damage. And that's all I can do.
So you kind of form the arms behind you in this this lovely solar array that you're used to doing by now, and you just let them have it into this griffin as it is kind of blindsided by what it's looking at right now, and you just deck it in a 1-2 across the beak as it kind of rears up its wings and just gives us. That's not a good griffin roar, but whatever.
Good enough.
Griffins would have. I can't do a bald eagle yell, so.
Oh.
Anyways, Beatrix.
Okay, so I am going to. So what's the. This is like fallen logs, right?
Right there is, yeah, it's like frosted over logs.
Okay, are there any, like. Is there anything negatively impacting the terrain?
No, I mean, also Jeremiah is like a horse; he can jump over it really easily.
Fair enough. Okay.
I will say, most of the time, I will point out difficult terrain on the map as you get there,
Okay.
if it's going to be like a thing.
Neato.
Otherwise, it's just a feature of me using maps from other people.
Yeah.
Like, Dungeonographer is really difficult.
Right. Come there. So yeah, I will move there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to.
Say, me? Gungaga.
Me? Gongaga. No, I'm
The
going.
Gungas.
I am going to swing my lance at this dude.
Okay, that's a 10-foot reach.
Yes.
Cool.
So my lance. 14?
That does not hit.
Fuck.
Don't you have like advantage from doing, from fighting on a mount though,
No,
or whatever it is?
I don't get advantage on attacks. I mean, do I get advantage from anything?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I just thought that when you were mounted, you got like more bonuses.
I do get some bonuses, but not that.
Nothing that helps you right here. Okay.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to use my extra attack to try and hit him.
Sure. Go ahead. That does hit.
Fucking 2 crits on advantage.
And and the NPC with us critted twice in a row.
Yeah, so lance damage.
Jesus Christ.
16
Uh,
oh shit.
Ah,
Okay, so
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, sorry, that's the crit damage.
yeah,
okay,
the
that
the,
doesn't
pl-
count.
the so it's just 16 because I rolled fucking max damage on the dice.
That is actually really impressive.
And I'm going
Oof.
to make him my unwavering mark.
Okay,
so-
what does that do?
He has disadvantage attacking anyone except for me.
Sure. So you basically, God, have you ever seen like Dynasty Warriors gameplay? Like the bosses in that game when they're like running around, they're like flipping the lance from side to side in this fucking figure 8 pattern. You basically do that as you're going through the griffins, and then you command Jeremias to halt, and then you just ram it in as it finds its mark through a gap in the armor. As he looks up to you with his swords and kind of grimaces and says, "Okay, looks like we're not going to be holding back then with you kids." All right, Christmas.
Hi, Christmas is here too. Christmas is gonna like conjure up all this magical bullshit and hit him with Mind Spike.
Okay.
Christmas. Show him what you got.
He shows him nothing.
No, it's a wisdom saving throw. So
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay, wisdom save. He has no wisdom bonus, so I imagine an 18 passes.
Oof.
You imagine correctly.
Okay,
Never
so
mind.
he takes. Well, no, he takes half damage on a failed save. Half damage on a successful save. Well, I rolled it.
Whoops. My bad. Okay.
Okay, so that is half of 19 is
9.
9?
It's 9.
Okay, 9 psychic damage. Failed save, that doesn't matter. Blah, blah. Okay, so it's just 9 psychic damage. So you basically are able to tap into your arcane energies, and you just, as he winces in pain and stares atop both of you on the horse, and God, there isn't really a word picture to paint here, is there?
He basically gets the world's worst fucking brain freeze.
Massive headache.
Okay, the next up is going to be him. He is going to move inwards, and he is going to attack you, Beatrix. Does a 22 hit?
Just barely.
And a 17 does not hit.
No. My AC
Okay.
is 20. Currently, yeah, no, it's,
3. That is 9 damage.
I'm so used to having haste. Jesus. Because that's plus
It
2.
was like,
That's plus 2 AC, so
was-
I'm so used to having 22 AC.
yeah, unfortunately you're dealing with characters on multi-attack, so... Okay, Viola.
alrighty. Viola's gonna move, and she's gonna swing at the griffin there.
Go right ahead.
I just do that, right? Yeah. 21 hit.
Alright, yeah, that hits. You attack twice, remember?
Oh, I think that's a crit as well. I swear I changed the parameters on that.
You did. You rolled it.
No,
you rolled a
you-
16.
Yeah, you crit on a 19.
Oh, I did roll a 16, my bad.
Yeah.
And now I just click that. Okay.
Well, remember to roll again, because you attacked twice.
Yeah.
Unless for some godforsaken reason you don't want to.
And I whiff the other one.
No, you don't. You have advantage because the griffin is flanked because we're on opposite sides.
Oh, so is that a hit?
Yes, so that is 2
Oh,
hits.
advantage, so 20, right? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
If you change
Alright,
the
cool.
if you change the parameters, it would say that it's a crit. I did test that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So next is Matilda, who is going to...
Mm.
1, 2... Okay. She is going to cast Guiding Bolt on the Beast Bonder. Proficiency bonuses aren't a thing for NPCs, right?
NPCs have a proficiency bonus determined by their challenge rating. But they do have a
so whatever the
proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Like, if she's supposed to be
yeah.
equivalent level to us, then she should have the same proficiency bonus.
She technically has CR2.
She sucks.
I beefed her stats a little bit, but for right now, I'm considering her proficiency bonus 2, which is basically on par with you guys anyways.
Yeah.
46 radiant. That is 16. Okay. So that's one spell slot down for her. So that'll be Matilda's turn. Lyra, your turn.
Is now the time to haste?
No!
Okay.
This is just one dude and some birds.
I don't know. He could be the big man.
No, this is the BBEG right now.
Cool.
Be big.
It's cold here.
This is the head priest of rage.
The head priest of rage. Literally none of that statement was accurate to the sinners.
Now shut up.
I think we should go join the sinners. They seem like cool guys.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to check how many.
Heresy.
Yeah, so are we. One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
Can you just take your damn turn?
I'm trying to find out how many spell slots I have. Okay, cool. I can use a first level slot then. Yeah, I'm gonna Chaos Bolt. What's the most injured looking griffin?
Probably the one that's been attacked multiple
The
times.
Yeah, the north one.
Yeah, I'll hit that bitch. 16.
Yep, that hits.
Cool. Oh man, I feel sick. Hope it's not Corona.
Lol.
Oh, shit.
Timely.
Wouldn't that be bad?
Lol, coronavirus is epic.
Not really. So lots of people are dying. It's pretty insensitive, guys.
Just roll damage.
Pretty fucked up. Man, apparently 15 people in my town have died of Corona.
Jeez.
Oh, okay,
Jesus.
that's very tragic. Please roll damage.
It's not connecting to the thing about Chaos Bot. Oh my
It's
god!
2d8, 1d6.
Thank you. Great. 6 and 5. What's 6 and 5? Poison or lightning? Lightning. Who the fuck wants poison damage?
It's you shoot a big ol' crack of lightning that arcs across and hits the griffin. Speaking of griffins, it's Griffin's turn. Does a natural 20 hit you guys?
No, I have 27. No, it does.
Okay.
That's
15
If you
damage.
did have 27 AC and that 20 automatically hits.
Yeah, that's the joke.
That's the joke.
In like 3rd edition, wasn't? And the griffin is going to attack with its beak next. Yeah, 14's not
You guys should get with this bush
No.
tactics. It's much better.
Yeah, this one is going to move up to attack Viola. So 1d20 plus 6. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
So 1d8 plus
I
4.
think it rolled the minimum amount of damage possible. Jesus.
Yeah, 9 to you, Viola, as its beak
Okay.
snaps right into you. Okay, Gaius, your go.
All right.
Beat that bird up.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the bird up. So I'm gonna do my 3 attacks because I get an attack, extra attack, and then the arms guys herself get a attack for a bonus action.
Yeah, those
Those
hit.
all hit.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take the first 2 as actual damage, and then for the third one,
I
I will do my
okay.
menacing feat.
Knife. You
Mess.
killed it on the first two.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I can choose. Oh, I can only do it on humanoids anyway, so
Well, he is a humanoid, so
no, but there's a
veteran.
humanoid within 30 feet of me, so
yes, that's what I
so
meant.
yeah, basically the arms are gonna like crack their knuckles and just do a like an uppercut, and then like just like a hit from the side, so it like cracks the griffin's head up, and then just slaps it with the right. And then guys are just gonna turn to the beast bonder, and the arms are gonna crack their knuckles again, and he has to make a
Wisdom.
contested charisma intimidation check. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not
Make
good.
this-
Intimidate. Wait.
wisdom.
Wait.
He does not have a
Did that
wisdom
do-
bonus, so okay, he does fail.
For
Okay, so
fuck's
he
sake.
is frightened until his next turn,
Yep.
meaning he cannot willingly move towards you, and his attacks and saves
His
against
his
you
attacks when Gaius is within his line of sight have disadvantage, and he has to spend his movement on his turn to move away from Gaius.
Getting away.
willingly move towards you.
It's that as well.
I
am
thought
going
frightened was
to,
they can't will.
With my first attack, I am going to. Where do I hit first? I'm going to hit the beast bonder.
Sure.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
15 damage.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And then with my second attack, he is also my mark target. And then with my second attack, I will turn around and donk the griffin.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Yeah, that does not hit. So you stab your lance into it, and the beak just opens up and like bites down on it and just throws it back in your direction and kind of almost topples you off Jeremias as the griffin just hisses at you again. Or birds don't really hiss, but you know.
Cats hiss, and they're part cat, so
What?
The same
They are
thing,
part
right?
cat. Well,
Christmas.
birds and cats, they're not the same thing. They're completely
You-
different.
Howdy.
no,
Okay,
griffin.
so-
Griffin's a part cat.
You're a part cat.
Okay. Shut up. Anyway, Christmas is going to blast the griffin.
Okay.
Right. To go? There it is.
Uh,
Holy shit!
Woo.
Well, you can attack twice, remember, because Eldritch Blast level 5 has 2 beams.
Oh fuck yeah! Can I hit two different targets?
Yes. You can pick 2 different
Alright.
ones or the same one.
You essentially get
Yeah.
extra
I'm gonna hit-
attack.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Christmas is gonna hit the griffin and the guy. He's gonna do like little finger guns, like pachoo pachoo, and hit them both at the same time.
Sure. Yep. I think there is no way that you. You took the thing that makes your charisma bonus deal damage, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. There's no way you don't kill the beast bonder then.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
So he's
jeez.
definitely dead.
Shit.
So do I still
Probably
roll
should have taken
damage
him
for the second
alive.
one?
Oh well.
Roll the first one because that was on the griffin.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, the beast bonder's dead?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Well, because
Surprised.
Beatrix rolled max damage like 2 times in a row, so.
Yeah,
So much for taking him alive.
Well, the leader they wanted to take alive.
Well, yeah, but we'd want to find some information out about the camp before we attack it.
Who cares?
We do.
Yeah, who cares?
I mean, would we not?
Okay, Viola.
Viola's going to be very interesting and swing her flail again. Okay, I assume that's a whiff.
That one does not hit.
Oh, and
Oof.
they're both whiff. Nice.
That one also does
That's
not hit.
that's a big unfortunate right there.
That's alright. I'm just trying
You're
to
gonna have
scare
to commit
them.
honorable Sudoku at this point.
With the flail.
I'm just gonna self-flagellate with it.
Okay.
Hey,
I
Gaius is the
assume-
religious one here.
I assume you're not gonna do anything else then on your turn.
No.
Matilda is going to keep it simple and conserve her spells, and is just going to use her mace.
Doesn't she have attack cantrips?
Uh,
Like Sacred
oh yeah,
Flame?
yeah, she has Sacred Flame.
I forget, is Matilda a cleric or a paladin? Just
Cleric.
a cleric, right? Yeah.
Okay, it's rolling the dice, and it's taking a while. Let's see, 8 plus 2 plus 3 is... meets it, so it takes half. No. Yeah, okay. So she tries to do Sacred Flame, but it don't do nothing. Okay, Lyra.
Irene.
Sigma. Oh no, Sigma is kill.
Alright.
I'll give her a minute.
R.I.P. Reed Rat. Reed? Oh, I fucked that up.
It's alright. You'll get him next time.
No, I won't. I can never come back from this dishonor. It's dishonor.
Sigma.
Okay, we're skipping to the Griffin.
Oh,
then.
wait. I saw Sigma's thing light up green.
Oh.
Sigma, wake up.
Someone yell into their mic at her.
Sigma!
Okay, whatever, we're skipping your turn then. Okay, so Griffin, attack, Viola.
Okay. Oh.
Oh no.
20 and
Oh,
a
no.
21.
Yeah, they both hit.
No. 15 total damage.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Alright.
So, yeah, the Griffin is just going to, seeing that its master and its kin are dead, is just going to rip into you as best it can.
Roger that.
Gaius.
Guys are going to move slightly and use the fact that the arms have 10 foot of reach to stay out of the reach of the angry griffin and do 3 attacks. I assume an 11 doesn't hit.
11 does not hit, the other 2 do.
Okay. That is 17 radiant damage straight to its
Solid.
face in
Alright.
a blaze of fist.
Alright, Beatrix.
I'm going to get off my horse. And I'm going to change my lance for my longsword. I'm just going to chop at its ass.
Sure, go right ahead.
25
Yeah, that hits.
and 25.
That also hits.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
12 and 11 damage. Max damage and
23.
7 damage.
Will.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's on its last
And
legs.
it's my
Christmas, your
new
turn.
mark.
This is the toughest fucking Griffin ever. I guess
It's
I'm
really
I'm
not
going-
that tough.
It's only taken
because
33 damage, I think.
it's only because Irene didn't take her turn because she's wherever the hell she is.
Okay.
She's ascended to the astral realm.
I think I'll just.
What?
I think I'll just hit it with one Eldritch Blast.
Well, you get 2 beams for free. It's not like
Oh, for free? I thought it was... Okay, never mind then. Yeah, fuck it. 2.
Sigma, are you here?
I thought it took up a spell slot,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, Sigma's here. Everyone's just talking over her.
Oh,
No, we didn't. She didn't say anything. No, I just... Whatever. Okay, yeah, that second one hits. Roll the
Appreciate me in
damage.
this chat.
Okay, yeah, you kill it. Okay, so combat is over. With that, the griffin gets hit and proceeds to keel over dead.
I'm gonna go check the guy's body.
Sure.
See if he's got anything interesting on him.
Let's see. He has splint armor. He has 2 long swords and a heavy crossbow.
Any non-armaments, any sort of miscellaneous things that look like it could be a way of communicating, or?
No, he does not.
Okay.
He's got 10 gold.
Can beast bonders usually bond with 2 animals, or do we have to worry about a second asshole coming out of the bushes?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically... They're rangers. Or... I said this before, and I hate using this description, but they're Pokemon trainers. Like, it's as many as they can, you know?
Okay.
alrighty.
So it's not 1-to-1, so...
Yeah.
Okay. That's basically all my question. How hurt is Viola?
Half HP.
Jesus.
Yeah,
So pretty.
I'm not
great.
I'm not that far off half.
Matilda can actually help you guys both with that. She is going to use Preserve Life, which is she is able to heal up to 6 target creatures within 30 feet, dividing up to 30 hit points. So she will give you guys both 15 each.
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so she just, with both of you guys on either sides, is going to put a hand on both of you, and basically, like, a small little halo of sunlight's going to come down around the 3 of you, and your wounds will close up. She says, "Okay, well, it was a little touch and go there, but..."
The
Thanks
astral,
for
as
that.
the the like little hail of sunlight is coming down, the astral arms will make a pose, sort of at a call it a 45-degree angle away from Gaius's body, and then dissipate.
The sun, no!
Praise the sun.
Loser.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
I'm just going to step out the bush and be like, nice going, guys. You seem to have that all in hand.
Would have been nice to take the beast bonder alive to try and get some
For what?
information about the camp, but
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
what?
know
Are you
it was
guys gonna?
that potent.
Are you guys sad you didn't get to torture someone?
Well, I mean, killing isn't unnecessary when we can just take them alive and learn about where they are.
I mean, we can
We
scout.
were told to kill them all apart from their leader. Remember?
We can scout them out.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
why.
I suppose.
Who's the stealthiest among us?
Not me.
Not
I'm
me.
wearing plate mail armor that.
I was gonna say, I don't think you guys have a stealth character, because you're the only one who's, like, dex-based, and even then you're not really...
Oh no.
I think it might be.
My dex is like 14.
I think it might be Lyra.
Lyra's got good stealth.
Yeah. Like I'm the least stealthy
16
because
dex and plus 6 stealthy.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
in addition to the fact that I clank every time I walk, because it's plate armor of gleaming, like I would just be reflected.
You
I would basically be glowing.
Yeah,
Turn the,
You-
gle-
you
turn the
can't
gleaming.
even-
Can you turn the
you can't
gleaming
even-
down?
you can't even muddy
Well-
it up to like try and like stealth it. It just stays clean.
Yeah, that's the
constantly.
thing. It's not that it like emits light. It's that it never gets dirty.
Like your gleaming shiny armor. It vexes me.
Okay, so up ahead, you guys can continue to see the campfires going from up north with the camps up ahead, because you would remember that, as Claudia said, they basically... I don't want to say a bullseye shape, that's basically how it is, where it's ring, smaller ring, dot. That's basically how they orient these camps, where they have people posted every so far out often, basically to protect the inside and stop assaults from coming inwards, which is the tactic that the Empire itself uses when making their own camps and also defending their cities.
Right.
Cool.
So is this enemy encampment like in a valley or something?
It's in kind of a speckled wooded area. You can tell that some of the trees in here have been felled to help make room for the camps.
Okay. Are there any vantage points?
But is it all? Yeah, is it all pretty flat, or is there like a hill or?
There's some areas where it goes up like about 10-15 feet, so not like there's no like mountainous parts to it, but there's bits where the elevation goes up and down.
And then there's these trees. Right. Yeah, let me just double check something. Okay.
What are you thinking?
Right. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Let's go back to the cart just to prep. But I've got a
What's the plan?
I can climb a tree.
Have a scout.
Oh.
Oh, well, what good would that do?
It would give me a vantage point, so I can try and look into their camp.
You're wearing plate armor.
I can take it off.
I mean, yeah, I'd assume she would take it off.
Okay.
Do we want to have Lyra do some scouting, seeing as she's relatively stealthy?
You could probably get closer. Does anybody have like a white cloak?
Gaius has a winter blanket. Would that be white? Can I say that's white?
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, actually, you have to have specified this at character creation that it's white, but it's white.
And a light side point to make it white.
Wrong game.
So yeah, Gaius is like a winter blanket that's like white and fluffy to keep the heat in.
I mean, I imagine that it could be. It would be some sort of a fur.
Yeah.
You could use that as cover to make you harder to see against the snow.
Groovy. Just have to hope they haven't got spells that detect people.
Well, just
That'd be orcs.
resist any spells that get cast on you.
Like an alarm spell, huh?
Well, can't you detect magic as a ritual?
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the cart and take my armor off.
Would this take more than an hour?
I think heavy armor.
No, it takes 10 minutes.
I mean, the whole climbing the tree thing in general.
It depends on what our lovely GMs.
What's the question?
Yes,
I'm
sorry,
basically
Beatrix.
asking if
I know.
while
Shit fuck about rituals.
I'm basically asking if while Lyra scouts, being all hidden under the cloak, and Beatrix climbs a tree, if there's enough time for guys to have a short rest.
So short rest is an hour. If you guys want to spend that long scouting it out, yeah, sure.
I mean, it would probably take me like half an hour to take my armor off and then put it back on again.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, yeah,
Cool.
sure. But for
wanting to check on their dude.
Let's just hope that they have a bit of autonomy and
So,
not have strict schedule.
Just to be clear, Gaius and anybody else who aren't doing anything will be the only ones who get the benefits of short rest. Everybody else isn't resting, so
yeah.
Okay.
So actually,
I mean, I think I'm the only one that expelled anything that comes back on a short rest.
I saved my short
yeah,
rest
really
abilities,
needs
so.
You need a long rest.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point though. So, how about we throw the corpses into the bush and then sort of turn over the snow so there's no visible blood on the surface?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. I mean, that's pretty easy to do. You guys have rather ample time for it.
No, I accidentally put the corpse on a big spike in the middle of the field. Bastard.
Oh no!
Not again.
Not again.
In front of the
Dang,
ball.
I had another
Promise tomorrow.
I had another random impaler event.
Random Vlad event.
So yeah, guys can go ahead and get his short rest benefits. What are so you just want to roll perception?
Yeah, because
or
I
for
have
your...
athletes, so I don't have to spend extra movement to climb.
Sure. So you just want to climb
Yeah,
one of
I'm
these
gonna
trees here?
climb up as high as I can and just look around to try and look into the camp and see if there's any other sort of scouts nearby.
So basically, what you see up ahead is kind of this area that has a there's a bit of an incline where there's a little alcove in the middle, and then there's kind of a U-shaped hill that lifts upwards. This is the next map, so you guys are going to see it eventually. But you can see 5 bee spawners, 2 of them who look a little more official than the others. Well, not official, but experienced than the others. And you can see plodding around to companion with them is 2 bears.
Fucking bears.
What did I do?
And then you would also see in the interim of you kind of doing your hour or like half an hour of spying, another person who is he is by far the oldest of the bee spawners who you see come in, and he's got like white faded hair that blends in very well with the snow around him. He's got a older looking armor that looks like he had a pretty good rank in the army when he served, like roughly legatus, and he basically seems to talk with them. You can't hear the conversation from your distance, but they all kind of nod and show a reverence toward him that would lead you to believe that this is their leader.
Okay. Also, you said that there's 5 with 2 bears. Is that 2 bears each, or just 2 total?
2 bears total.
So I've seen 6 bee spawners, 2 bears. One of them is the leader.
Yeah, the leader is eventually going to leave to the east, though, of the camp that you are seeing.
Ooh.
Does he have anything with him?
You can see walking with him, he has a wolf, but on hand, like special items or otherwise, no.
Well,
good to know.
maybe we can cut the head off the snake, so to say.
We still have to get through every
Want
other
to.
defense layer first, don't we?
Well, not if the leader left the camp heading east.
I mean, weren't we supposed to kill
Is
all
he
of
leaving the
them?
camp, or is he
Yes.
just hang out in the eastern side?
So you imagine he has like a personal campsite to the east. Not like campsite, but you know, like his own tent and area is off to that direction.
But is he going outside of their?
Not
Is
in
he
that
going outside of
direction,
their
then.
walls?
Not outside of their walls or their area, but it is like his own personal area that they're not following him to.
Okay, do I even need to go scout if Beatrix just peeked everything? Like, why are we sending me on the floor if she can see it all
Well,
fine
you
from
could
up there?
scout around in the woods, because I can't see under the trees.
Or
Right,
to
yeah,
look out,
I will creep forward in my my shitty white blanket and see what I can find. Do gonna get captured.
Are
They're
you?
gonna chop
you're-
my hands off.
What area are you looking at? Like
I don't
trying
know.
to
I
look
can't
for-
see the map.
Well, it's yeah. 'Cause
Well, I
you're not
don't know.
moving. You're not moving to a different map yet.
Okay, well I don't know
I'm
what
saying,
what areas are
what-
available to me to look at.
Beatrix is looking north, basically, for you guys. So, and then to the east is where the leader's camp, personal camp is.
I was trying to look.
Well, okay,
I
I'll
was
first
trying
of
to look
all.
into their camp, so you could look around in the woods to see if there's any more scouts.
First of all, I'll check out what other rings of defenses they have.
So you
Like, I'll get on stealth. Oh, 21, nice.
So you're able to make it around pretty handily. So you can see a couple of campsites that have the fireplaces kind of put out and aren't occupied other than having tents around. You would imagine that this means that they're out either hunting or scouting elsewhere or something else, but basically these ones along the way aren't occupied. As you kind of look through it though, you can hear this low rumble and something coming from the east to northeast from your direction, as a couple of birds are going to fly away from the tree lines, away from the noise.
I'll have a look over there then. I'll head east.
Okay.
Another stealth roll.
Yes, please.
Well, you can't have it.
Well, I said so.
Fuck you.
Okay.
14. Oh, not so good.
So you kind of make your way through to where
They're gonna find me, oh no! I'm gonna get captured by some nasty beast bonders and they're gonna go do all sorts of horrible things to me.
Why are you like this?
Like what?
Anyways, so now you're getting to kind of a rock face where the forest starts to clear out and it makes into the personal camp of the beast bonder leader. It's just him and the wolf and his rather humble tent he has here, but there's a cave that he is kind of camping nearby, and you can see that he's got basically like a boar roasting over a spitfire that he's turning, and after a couple of minutes of him getting it kind of cooked and done, he's going to carve off like half the hog and then just toss it into the cave, and inside, very faintly, you can see something kind of glowing like a fire, and this massive hand just come and drag the hog carcass in, as you can just hear it getting like ripped to shreds and eaten inside.
That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Fire
Great. It's not a fucking fire giant.
giant.
Why would you have a fire giant in the cave?
Why would it be a
No.
fire giant? What? The giant's
Could
not
be
a
anything.
beast.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, they could be in cahoots.
Maybe it's an anarcho-primitivist fire giant.
Maybe they're just preparing for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's what you find.
Right. I will sneak back and report my findings.
Alright. You sneak back and report your findings.
Okay. Yeah, so, doesn't seem to be anyone else about in the other rings, which, if you ask me, is shoddy planning on their part to have all of their other defenses unmanned at the same time.
Maybe they're trying to give the illusion of a bigger cohort than they actually have.
You know, it's stupid.
It should also be said that this isn't like a militia or like a big military. This is literally just a band of assholes and their animals.
I mean, they seem pretty cool to me. What was I saying? Yeah, but the big boss man has his own separate thing off to the side, but he's made friends with some giant thing in a cave that's made of fire.
Lovely.
Oh.
Oh, yay, that's fun.
I think it might have been Christmas's mum. Heyo,
Oh,
Got him.
owned.
That would explain the burns.
That's called a burn Christmas.
So, what do? You all gonna be naughty little children and skip to the boss fight?
No.
Yeah, that's the question. Should we try and clear the camp first, or just capture the leader outright and hope that him being captured inclines the others to surrender? Like, I know
Well,
the leader was the only one we were supposed to bring in alive, but
That's a stupid idea. They know they're facing execution anyway. They're not going to surrender.
fair point.
yeah, I say pick them off one by one.
I mean, if we capture their leader, I don't know, maybe he can talk them down or something?
I don't think he's going to.
We might have to break his arms.
Why? I mean, does he look to you like the kind of person who could be tortured or like browbeaten? And why would he tell them to surrender anyway? He knows you're all going to get their heads chopped off. So like, what's the point? Might as well get on fighting.
Well, are we going to try and take him out separately at least? I'd rather not get
Maybe,
mobbed
but the
by
issue is,
half a dozen beast
well,
spawners and 2 bears.
if we go fight them, he might come. If we go fight them, he might come and help them. I mean, he's close enough to here.
If we fight them, he might show up.
But on the same note, if we try and fight him, then we could well get mobbed by all of them.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose situation, really.
I mean,
Yes.
if we try and take him out alone, there's the possibility that they'll mob us. Yeah, but there's the possibility they won't. If we attack them all as a group, then we're definitely getting mobbed. Either way, there's a possible. They'll know.
Is there any way we like separate the little minions from the
They
big
seem
boss?
to be separated right now.
We could start a fire. I mean, yeah, but they're close enough to here.
I also was thinking, and Gaius is gonna like tap one of the patches on his fucking toga that looks like a pit. We could try to split up the cohort and trap them to make them a smaller group to deal with.
How do you propose to do that?
Well, you see, this lovely garment of mine has a number of useful things that I can pull off it and make manifest in the real world. Like, for example, this pit.
I'm going to actually, before you do that, I'm gonna go into.
I'm not gonna pull it off now. I'm just like tapping on it, basically.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So we could like lay a trap for them and then lure them into it.
And if they're in a pit, then they can't exactly help their friends fight us off.
I'm gonna open up one of the bags in the wagon. I'm gonna take out a flask of lantern oil.
Right.
This is very flammable.
Yes.
We could start.
But these trees are very wet and cold. I mean, it could work. Do these? How hard would it be to burn these trees?
Not the trees,
do you
their
reckon?
camp.
Oh, I mean, I guess does that really help us with not being
We
mobbed?
could distract them, cause chaos.
True.
When your camp catches fire, you tend to run towards it to try and put the fire out.
And then they all fall in the big hole. I like your thinking.
Or even if at least some of them do.
Can you get out of the hole once you're in it?
It's a 10-foot hole, so you can climb
part
out.
is a 10-foot pole, a 10-foot hole to get out of.
I mean, at that time we would have like less minions, and we could probably take out the boss.
Yeah, like it's not to like take them out for sure. It's just to not have them mobbed at once. So
we fill the hole with lantern oil, and then we lure them into it, and then we set it on fire.
I mean, there's not that much oil in oil, but
okay,
I mean,
if
they fell in the pit, yeah, you could splash the oil on them and catch them on fire.
Well, that is pretty fucked up.
Mm.
I have a decanter of endless water, so I could just keep pushing them back into the hole with it every time they try and get out.
Well, like I said, like the point of the hole isn't to keep them contained forever. It's just to because there's
separate
how many
for the time being.
Yeah, how many are in the camp?
5 of them that I saw, plus 2 bears, plus the leader and this wolf.
Plus 2 bears. Okay, lovely.
So yeah,
they had a few twinks. They had a few twinks too.
Some otters.
Yeah. A few otters. Some
How are they gonna
fanboys.
get to the boss fight.
Where do they get into the fireworks factory?
See, like the point of the holes is like to trap 1 or 2 of them, and then we don't have to fight those 2 at the same time as the rest of the group.
The hole is the only thing I care about anymore. How are we going to use the hole? Let me use the hole. Let me use your hole, guys.
Okay, no.
Guy is confirmed getting pegged.
Guys, come on.
No.
Let's use the hole. Guys, stop being stingy with your hole.
I'm sure it's wide enough for all of
Right
us.
there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-foot hole. That's pretty big.
How far away from the
Impressive.
others was the leader? Like,
Yeah.
if
How
we
far was his
if
count?
we started a fight with him, would
It can't be so far away they can't hear, because that would be stupid.
yeah? But how long would it take them to get there?
To mobilize and get all the way over there without being prepared would be like 10 to 15 minutes, which is basically forever
fuck?
in terms of a D&D fight. That's like forever.
In terms of
So-
a real fight, that's forever. These guys suck.
Well, because you have to get all your shit together and you have to move through the forest and everything.
I know, but like, if they heard their boss being attacked, you think they could go a bit further than like a quarter of an hour? They'd probably be dead by then.
I mean, if they heard a fight, if they just like grabbed whatever weapons they have on hand and came running in a panic, how long would it take?
5 minutes, I want to say.
Oh.
Is there a clear trail that the leader took to get to his camp, or is it just like sort of through the forest?
I mean, Lyra found a way to kind of get there to go through the forest, so you guys could
It's
probably
a
take the
special
exact
Lyra
path.
path
But,
that you guys can't take.
specifically, did she see like that there was a path between the enemy camp and the leader's little thing?
The way she went, I would say no.
Okay. Hmm.
So are we gonna go try and ambush this guy?
I guess.
If it's far
Sounds
enough
like
away
a
that we're not
plan.
likely to get swarmed.
I mean,
Yeah, immediately.
Okay.
He does have a giant thing, though.
Yeah.
Matilda,
Yeah.
any thoughts?
I defer my judgment to all of you. You're more, well, you're all better at this than I am. I'm just here to help.
I suck
I'm
at
just-
this. Come
Like,
on,
I'm
go for my
honored
dick.
that you all brought me along, but I'm not a tactician.
Okay, I'm gonna get up on my feet. I'm just gonna sort of clap my hands together and say, right, we're going after this guy.
Alright.
Oh,
Everybody ready up.
I'm so ready. This is definitely not giving me nightmares.
I'm gonna give Jeremiah a war carrot in preparation.
A war carrot? Yeah, it's a carrot covered with like PCE.
It's a carrot with angry eyes.
Yeah, it's got a pair of angry eyes drawn on it.
It's an angry
in
eye.
in food
Yeah,
coloring.
he will, not handily, but he will, you know, the messy way that horses eat things out of people's hands, and he is
Oh,
going
he's
to.
so fucking ready to kill somebody right now.
He presses his wet horse nose into your palm and just gives a
He's got that famous horse bloodlust.
look. He just likes you. Okay.
You know, I'm pretty sure. Like when they use cavalry, the horses could get traumatized by like all the fighting.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's why he commits suicide.
Horse
Anyway.
suicide.
So you guys make your way to the campsite of the fellow.
Lad, the boy.
God, what's that?
Looking at the campsite, is there like a path that maybe leads off in the direction of the main enemy camp?
Not really. This one's kind of through the thicket and isolated.
Okay. In that case, before we go in, Gaius will just on the side of the camp. So, in sort of scoping it out, does the space between the commander's camp and the enemy camp, is it just like just normal woodland?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess like the clearest sort of part of it, like a part of it that's like a bit less thickly vegetated than the rest. That like, actually, wait, can I want to make a. Would it be survival to sort of see if there's any like sort of more traveled portion of it?
Yeah, survival.
Come on, wisdom, don't let me down. Oh, 7, let me down.
You suck, guys.
Yeah. You're not really able to on your path there. You're not really able to figure anything out.
Can
Okay.
anyone else maybe notice if there's someone? Basically, I'm looking for one
I'll try to notice it.
come once they hear us fighting with their leader for me to put the pit so they fall in.
Probably in their pants.
Yeah, what are we trying to look for? Christmas in looking so he can have advantage. I was gonna say.
Yeah. Basically, you figure the so right up ahead of you, like north of you guys, like literally right up above you, there's that kind of ridge that they're probably not going to come from. Directly behind you, there's kind of a funneled way in that's not as raised. This area is kind of like a divot into the area right before this rock face and this cave. So if you put the pits right behind you, it should be pretty good to help make a defense of the environment.
Yeah, guys will like so all the quote unquote patches, like woven images on his toga have like one or two like loose threads. Gaius just grabs the loose thread of one of these pits and like pulls
Wait,
on
what
it.
are we doing? What are we doing with the pit?
We're
He's
putting it
basically
down
setting
in,
a trap behind you guys. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
At the most likely place that the enemy reinforcements will come from once they hear us
Okay.
fighting with
Yeah.
their boss.
Cover it with vegetation.
Yeah, he'll pull
It's-
the thread out and then like lay it on the ground, and like a moment
It's
later,
a
it'll
10
like
foot across, right?
10 foot,
Okay.
10 foot cube.
So is it just like a hole in the ground?
Yeah.
I
it's a hole.
imagine like the Animal Crossing pitfall seeds, where there's just like a little X over it that nobody really sees except for you.
Okay. But so Gaius is the only person that can see it. Or is it
Yeah.
disguise? Do we need to disguise it?
We have
I
to
think
disguise
Gaius
it.
is the only
Other
person.
people can.
Gaius is the
see
only
a
one who knows
portable
it's
hole.
there. We'll just say that for sake of simplicity.
Okay, I'll like describe where it is just so everyone knows where it is, so they don't
Yeah.
run into it by accident.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I've fallen in Gaius's hole.
What do you say, guys?
I mean, we're not going to be
Alright.
going into the hole unless, of course, we run away, and no one's going to be running away, are they?
Yeah, we're not
Yes.
cowards.
I'm gonna run away at the
Viola.
first sign of. I'm gonna run away at the first sign of danger.
Who's riding Jeremias with me? By the way,
We all are, aren't we?
he can only
I'm
carry
riding
two
with
people.
her.
People.
Hey,
Oh, I thought you said fighting.
Shelby? No,
This
like.
is the boss fight, so yeah, haste. Carry one other person.
Okay, cool. So,
Th-
Lyra.
this is
Okay, you don't haste before the fight begins.
well, obviously not, but
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, be
No,
prepared.
I shouldn't be on the horse with her because that way it'd be easy for me to get hit. 'Cause she'll be in the thick of the fighting.
Okay, so Christmas and Beatrix on the horse. Okay, how do you guys approach this?
I was gonna say, I want to at least split off to the side up here so we hit him from two directions at once. If one or two other people want to come this way as well.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
I
head
am
up.
just going to be charging
Heading
in.
straight in. Yeah. I was just gonna say we'll get Matilda to come with us hit him from the top as, even though she won't be.
Yeah,
in that way,
put
but-
put the casters on the ridge.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, smart.
Actually, with that in mind, how about Christmas? You go up on the ridge, and Lyra, you come on the horse with me because you.
But if I get hit, I'll lose my
Oh, not
concentration.
wait, not Lyra. Viola.
Oh, alright.
Okay.
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 So, yeah, he is going to. Let me double check this so I have all the stat blocks right.
Are we gonna basically have Beatrix riding in to be as our announcement of?
I'm basically
Maybe.
gonna ride in here and then hit these motherfuckers with my lance,
Alright.
or attempt.
As
to.
soon as Beatrix takes off in a gallop, like the arms will shine into existence beside Gaius.
So, as you all make yourselves known, he's going to stand up from his campfire and he's going to draw his sword. He's going to say, "All right, who are you?"
I'm gonna charge up to about here. And I'm going to say, we're the Apollon military, and you are a fucking heretic, and I'm gonna attack him with my lance.
Okay.
Remember, we're trying to take him
Language
alive.
feature.
I mean, I'm going to,
Uh.
I don't know, try and stab him in the shoulder or something.
Yeah, like,
We have to take him alive.
well, it said you can take him alive. That is not
Yeah.
going to.
For fuck's sake.
Okay. So
For fuck's sake.
that also does not hit. So you
No.
do this, and his wolf just starts snarling as the leader here basically just smacks your lance both times away from you and kind of steps back. He says, "Okay, looks like you're all coming out swinging. No reason for me to hold back either." He puts his offhand to his mouth and he whistles and he says, "Hercules, it's dinner time." And with that,
Oh, no.
the cave behind you, you can see a pair of red eyes just glow and steam rising out of it as something starts rumbling towards you. Stepping out from there is this giant creature walking out with one organic arm and one made of magitech that has this steam kind of hissing and rising as it kind of pumps to make it function like a normal arm for it. You can see a bunch of Drakeheart technology going through tubes and reaching into the chest of this thing as this giant ape comes out from the cave, snarling towards all of you.
Hey. It's a planned chimp event.
I'm gonna blast my signal whistle.
Wait, now
Oh,
I get
they're
to
bad.
now I get to put this. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Here's our first boss card of the game.
Oh, man.
Sick.
Oh, he's a big boy.
It's a big lad.
Yes, he
He wouldn't even fit in a pit.